precision, and the channeling of inner strength. Bruce Lee had it all. Though he's long gone, the Kung Fu legend remains a favorite topic of conversation all around the world to this day. It's not without reason. Bruce Lee, who had a massive following during his lifetime, wasn't just an impressive fighter on screen, but also highly skilled in real life. In the movie, Bruce Lee was absolutely captivating in his fight scenes. Take this film clip, for example, where Lee faces off against a Muay Thai practitioner in a village setting. At first, Lee is clearly overwhelmed by the opponent's speed and technique. But eventually, Lee finds an opening in his opponent's defense, allowing him to force the fighter down to his knees. But that strike enrages the Muay Thai practitioner, causing him to attack Lee even more aggressively than before. Unfortunately, anger is a person's greatest enemy. It causes the Muay Thai practitioner to lose focus, while Lee takes full advantage of the situation. In the end, the fight concludes with the Muay Thai practitioner's defeat, thanks to Lee's painful submission hold. Another spectacular fight took place when Lee faced off against a karate master. And sure enough, Lee managed to defeat the master in a matter of seconds. Following that, an uppercut combined with a finishing kick left the karate master unable to stand. However, the fight became more challenging when he had to face a second karate master, but thanks to Lee's lightning-fast punches and kicks, the master was left seriously injured. In the end, using one of his deadly techniques, Lee severely injured the karate master's arm. This gave Lee the perfect opening to unleash a series of rapid attacks. In one scene, Lee once faced off against the famous action star Chuck Norris. Their fight began with a series of rapid kicks from Lee. At the beginning of the fight, Norris managed to gain the upper hand with his punches and kicks, which took Lee by surprise due to their unpredictability. But that didn't mean Lee wouldn't fight back. Using his skills, he quickly launched a counterattack. In the end, Norris was forced to accept defeat after being taken down by a submission move from the legendary Lee. Aside from Norris, Lee also faced off against a karate practitioner who had earned a black belt, Robert Wall, better known as Bob Wall. However, in that fight, Lee was clearly far superior to Bob Wall. Embarrassed by his defeat, Bob Wall tried to cheat. But instead, Lee turned the tables and made sure Bob Wall paid the price for his dirty move. Even in the final moments of the fight, Bob Wall still tried to cheat by grabbing 2 bottles to use as weapons. But still, Lee was no match for him. In another situation, Lee once faced an opponent much larger than himself. Naturally, such a stark size difference would suggest a very different outcome, but Lee proved that theory wrong. He managed to dominate the fight instead. Lee even secured victory by forcing a submission with one of his deadly locks. Lee also once fought an opponent who was much taller than him. Naturally, this kind of situation posed a challenge for Lee, and it showed. At the start of the fight, he struggled against the tall man due to his greater reach. But that didn't last long. Lee quickly adapted to the situation, allowing him to take control and dominate the fight. After exchanging blows for some time, Lee finally locked in a submission hold that caused his opponent to lose consciousness. But all of that was just part of a movie starring Lee. It's a whole different story in this clip, where Lee is seen in a real fight, and he's doing it with his eyes closed. No wonder the name Bruce Lee became legendary. While most people struggle just to block incoming attacks, Lee was actually able to dominate the fight. He successfully executed several takedowns with ease.